saying? Like, Hot Topic is gonna stop selling Funko.
What is up, everybody? Benjamin from Retro Marmot Pops here. If you haven't already, go ahead and subscribe down below. Now, I am at the Southtown Mall for What's Poppin' Day 2. If you haven't seen the first video, go ahead and check that out. It was awesome. It was a trade night where only trades were allowed, and I actually made a lot of really cool deals. So you'll want to check that out to see what pops I picked up. But today is actually just their vendor day. So they've got a ton of vendors in there with a ton of pops. I'm going to go check it out and see if I can find anything cool. But I'm expecting some pretty rare stuff. So stay tuned. I'll show you at the end if I pick anything up. And yeah, let's go check it out. Alright, what's up, everybody? You can actually see the guests they have here, which is pretty cool. Nobody I've ever heard of, but I mean, there's a ton of really cool characters that they've voiced and things. So let's go check it out. Alright, here we go. This is What's Poppin' 2024. Huge event. Tons of people come. Just vendors from all over the place with all their pops, and people come just to make deals, really. Plus, you saw they had some celebrities show up, which was pretty sweet. Here's the cool thing about What's Poppin' that I love. This gives me an opportunity to see pops that I don't see anywhere else other than like online. And as we know, so many pops out there are fake. So it's just really cool to be able to see them in person and to make a deal with someone and go home with a pop that you've really wanted, which is exactly what I did today. And I just gotta say, like, man, wait till the end till I show you these pops that I got. I am very much happy with them. Anyway, right now, as you can see, I am just looking at various different booths and their tables, things they have. Those Futurama pops are really cool. You don't see those all the time, so I thought that was worth showing. But I did find this right here, this out-of-box, $5 a piece box. And I was really hoping that there would be some pops in there that I just felt like really, you know, fit in with my collection. I didn't find any, unfortunately, though I did still find some really cool pieces. You can see right here, I pull a pop out that I think is actually from a 3-pack from Star Wars of little Ewoks, which is really cool. There's also a Barbara pop right there, which I think I pick up in a little bit here. I'm not sure what this is from, so if you know, comment down below. I would love to learn. But anyway, just tons of cool things, and I love looking through out-of-box bundles like this. Just big buckets that people bring is one of my favorite things. But yeah, still looking through, found some Simpsons pops, like I don't know if that's itchy or if that's scratchy, but one of the two. Then I don't really know what that's from, but still really cool. Then I moved over to this booth right here, and I want to say this booth belongs to someone who works at Pop City, if I'm correct, and I think he said that these pops just came from his personal collection. He's just trying to get rid of some. But yeah, you can see some cool ones here. Family Guy, Kratos as well. That's really cool to see. The God of War pops are always really cool. A signed Master Chief, like dang. And then that holographic Darth Vader, that Spider-Man, Beetlejuice chase. Like, oh my gosh, I wish I could mention every single one of them because they're all huge pieces. And he said he was just getting rid of pieces that like he didn't necessarily want anymore, or didn't really fit in his collection anymore. So, man, what would I give to just see the stuff he's keeping? That's probably a pretty wild collection if I could imagine so. But anyway, yeah, moving on. This is another table here. I don't quite remember exactly whose this is, but they had some cool stuff. That Darth Maul from Star Wars Rebels is cool. Bone Daddy, of course, that's a Funko specific piece, which is really cool. Then they just had some other pieces here. You can see there's some chases. I think there was one from Dumb and Dumber, which is hilarious. Then some big pops. Chris Paul, when he was on the Clippers, let me tell you, I loved that team. I was a massive fan of Chris Paul and Blake Griffin back in the day, so I thought that was a cool one. And this right here, Ringo Starr. That's the first time I've ever seen one of the Beatles pops, other than those new John Lennon pops in person. Oh my gosh, that thing was so cool. What would I give to have that in my collection? I love the Beatles, and I've been eyeing that thing for so long. And moving on, at that same booth, they had some other cool things like that Todoroki chase. That's pretty cool. Some Mega Grails right here. Let's just point that out. Some original Disney. That Batman right there is cool because it reminds me of when I played Arkham Knight. And you can actually get that bat suit in the game. And it was really cool. It was like my favorite one. So I thought that was awesome that they made a pop of that. I've never actually seen that one before. Then this Planet of the Apes pop, that's so cool. I love Planet of the Apes. Like, I'm nerdy, whatever, but I think it's cool. than this right here. This is the first time I've seen the Tengen chase in person. One day I will pull the trigger on that. Today was not the day, but man, that thing is so cool. Then this next vendor here, tons of NFT stuff. Like, oh my gosh, I love when I see like a big NFT collection because I know what went into collecting, like making that collection. That's a lot of devotion. And I mean, especially this right here. I love that Eddie Munson Freddy Funko. That is just such a cool mashup. And obviously they have tons more NFT pops, as you can see here, some of the Jetsons. Then we have things like, you know, Adventure Time, some other things I don't quite recognize, but, you know, all of them are really cool. Again, NFTs, just really cool pops. I always love to see them. I don't have any myself, but man, I do appreciate them when they show up. And yeah, so this table was definitely impressive. Then I found this other table that had some really cool Demon Slayer stuff, just some signed pops. Just awesome to see. That Mitsuri's cool, and especially that Inosuke. So yeah. Alright, I am back. Man, what a killer event. I gotta say, I was not planning on buying anything today, and I did. I got 3 pops. I will show you here in a second. Before I get to that though, I'm gonna say, if you haven't already watched the trade night video that I made for this event, that was just yesterday, so go ahead and watch the video. I linked it down below. You can see all the pops I picked up then. But yeah, let me show you what I got at this event. So I wasn't planning on getting anything because I did spend a bunch of money yesterday, but I just saw a couple of pops I had to get. First off, before I show you those though, one of the things I got is this mystery box from Pop City, Utah. It has some pretty wild potential. I'm going to throw up some shots of the Grails they have in here. It's a guaranteed $20 value. So I'm going to open that up at the end, but man, there's potential for some good stuff in here. I don't typically do mystery boxes, but I love Pop City and I wanted to support them, so stay tuned to the end. We're going to open this up. Okay, but really fast, the pops I did pick up today. The first one was Charizard from the Pokemon line. Now, I'm a huge Pokemon collector. I had Charizard before I started like really collecting pops. I took it out of the box, threw the box away, and then eventually sold the figure itself to one of my friends. And so I've wanted to get it back ever since then. The guy who was selling this offered a really good deal for it. I think it was like $11, which, I mean, under retail value. So I absolutely went for it, and the box is in really good shape. So I'm very happy with this. And next is a pop that, man, I've been on the lookout for a very long time, and I never see it. So that's kind of why I pulled the trigger on it. Very nostalgic from my childhood. That is Arthur from the PBS series. I mean, like, come on. It's so cool. Man, I had to get it when I saw it. And if you're from that generation, then you know. Like, you get it. This show was so good. After school, I'd come home, and Mr. Rogers would be playing for a little while. And I was a little too old for that, even though, you know, I gotta respect the man. He was an incredible person. So I'd kind of wait around until Arthur started after Mr. Rogers. And when it did, like, man, I was glued to the screen. I loved every single episode. All the characters were great. The show was hilarious. And, man, it just brings up so many good memories from my childhood. And this is the first time I've ever seen it in person. So I didn't know the next time I'd see it. Had to get it. Just had to. Okay, the moment we've been waiting for. On to, I have my key here so I can unlock it. Unlock the box. I'm losing my mind. So I can open the box. I think one of the Mega Grails was the original Sonic Pop, which I would love to have. I have a few Sonic Pops myself. Like, oh my gosh, that would be so crazy. But I mean, like, they had a ton of boxes, so there's not a big chance. But I mean, like, a Lloyd Christmas, right?
So you're telling me there's a chance? Yeah!
Here we go. I'm opening it right now. We're going to see what we got. Okay, it turns out keys are not as sharp as knives because this tape is not ripping. Okay, can I open a box in my life? Jeez. All right, I don't want to see. I can see that they put candy like at the top of the box. I don't know if that means anything or if they put that for everybody. Okay, I'm gonna show you guys first. Okay, hold up. Take the candy out. I don't know what's in there. So, okay, there's a bunch of stuff here. Pop Rocks, grape flavor. I don't like artificial grape flavoring in anything, so this will go to my wife. Here you go. Oh, that's cool. A What's Poppin' sticker. It's pretty rad. Really cool event. If you're ever in Utah, definitely go to it once a year. There is a card for Platinum Toys. I mentioned them in a previous video. They have a guy that works there that hooked me up in the trade night in my previous video. So definitely go check that out. This store is awesome. And then this is a 10% off coupon to Raz Closet, another really rad store in my area. I've made videos about them as well, so go check those out. But really cool right there. Okay, cool. This is Punk's Toy Chest, and it has a Spider-Punk Funko Pop on it. That's a sticker. That's pretty cool. And then last, Sky's the Limit Pops. That was another vendor that was at the event, so I guess they're just advertising for each of the vendors that showed up. So pretty cool. Okay, now I have not looked. I'm gonna show you guys. There you go. That is the pop that I got. I hope I'm not gonna be super disappointed. Oh, okay. This is why I don't do mystery boxes very often. This is, I guess it's kind of cool. It's a AAA anime exclusive Luck Voltia from Black Clover. I don't know what the value is on this. I don't know if that's a crazy cool pop or what, but I've never even seen the show, so I couldn't tell you anything about this. Okay, so Luck Voltia. Let's look at some prices here. Oh, okay. Looks like this one had a Chase variant. Chase goes for about 60 bucks. Common is, well, it's right about the $20 mark. Yeah, so not too crazy. Too bad it's not the Chase. That would have been awesome. But yeah, there you go. Luck Voltia. Here's the deal. I don't want this. So if anybody wants it down below, comment your favorite thing about Black Clover, and maybe I will select one of you to give it to you. I don't know. Comment down below. We'll see what happens.